Good evening, dear televiewers. Welcome on this evening edition of the news on Reflets Afrique television. The son of Saul, Sembinglo, has finally been released after spending close to a week in the hands of his abductors, sources have said. He was released this Tuesday, November 10, by his kidnappers, believed to be Bui-wearers under circumstances yet to be made known. Fon Sembinglo was taken away alongside Cardinal Tumi on Thursday, November 5, around Baba 1 in Ngoketunja division on their way to Kumbo, as the prelate was accompanying the Fon back to his palace after the latter had spent over a year out due to insecurity. The following day, Christian Cardinal Tumi was released, but the Fon was still in amber keeping while in captivity. A video of Sembinglo surfaced online with him boldly telling Ambazonian fighters he is for one Cameroon after he was questioned on his stand. The population of Kumbo is said to have turned out massively at the Saw Palace to welcome him. On to the sports section. The match opposing the indomitable Lions of Cameroon and their counterparts from Mozambique scheduled for Thursday, November 12 in Douala, and counting for the third round of the 2022 African Cup of Nations qualifiers will be played in Cameroon due to the coronavirus pandemic. The information is contained in a release signed by the Minister of Sports and Physical Education, Professor Narcisse Molekombi, following exchanges he had with officials of the Confederation of African Football, CAF. The move is aimed at limiting the risk of any COVID-19 transmission among the spectators amid an alert on a possible resurgence in the cases. To ensure these instructions is respected, Minister Narcisse Molekombi makes it clear that entry into the reunification stadium in Douala, where the game will be played, will be possible only after due presentation of laissez-passer. Fans have been called upon to strictly respect the instructions and follow the encounter live on TV channels. The match will be played Thursday, November 12. Ahead of the game, the Mozambican selection arrived in Douala on Monday, November 9, and will have their first training session this Tuesday. Qualifying matches ahead of the 2022 African Cup of Nations resumed recently after a long break imposed by the coronavirus pandemic. The former Central African Republic President Francois Bozize, who was dismissed in a rebellion in 2013, has announced his intentions of running for the imminent presidential elections in December 27. The 2013 coup sparked brutal inter-ethnic violences between the Seleka and the nicknamed Anti-Bakala Self-Defense Forces, mainly Christians and animists. Despite Bozize's outing in 2013, he was, however, remained highly influential, and his influences with the anti-Bakala have given him large electoral base, which could possibly pose a threat to the current president, Faustin Archange Touadéra, who was elected in 2016. The ex-leader was placed under UN sanctions for his presumed role in the 2013-2014 crisis and only returned home after 7 years in exile in Uganda. His intentions to run was stated that on July 2020, though his political party, after the made his public appearance in December on 2019. Lawyers standing against the detention of their colleagues on corruption basis at the Bonanjo Court of First Instance in Douala Littoral region have been dispersed by tear gas and live ammunition. Report states that security forces stormed the court, brutalizing the lawyers, demanding bail for their colleagues, which led to many injured and no life lost recorded. Before the incident, the two lawyers arrested on corruption basis were kept in detention while awaiting trial at the Court of First Instance. According to confirmed reports, one of the lawyers failed in attempt to bribe the judge to secure his release and decided to angrily confess to his lawyer. The security forces are believed to have acted upon order from the court. The Cameroon Bar Council has strongly condemned the act of violence perpetrated against their colleagues after learning of the Tuesday incident with great disgust, and calls on the elected bodies of the Bar Council to take those actions which signed the death certificate of the profession seriously and to act accordingly. The third legislative session of the National Assembly will be held tomorrow, November 12, 2020, to be chaired by the president of the body. The session is aimed at examining and voting a new budget of the new fiscal year, and members of government present are also expected to present and defend their budgets in their different sectors of operation. The African Union on Tuesday, November 9, 2020, called for an end to hostilities in the northern Tigray region of Ethiopia, where the nation's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is currently in conflict with regional authorities to the Tigray People's Liberation Front. This comes after the head of the African Union Commission, Musa Faki Mohammed, publicly expressed concern on Monday over the escalation of the military confrontation, encouraging both parties to dialogue to find a peaceful solution in the interest of the country. The 2019 Nobel Peace Prize laureate Ahmed, who ordered military intervention in Tigray on November 4 following an attack on federal troops orchestrated by their regional authorities, has assured that operations are proceeding as planned and are close to a successful conclusion. Tensions rose with the Tigray region on Wednesday after the Prime Minister accused the TPLF of an attack on federal troops. The federal army is continuing its offensive on the area, and it's feared the fighting could spark a civil war. Communication systems in the Tigray region have been shut down for over a week, making it difficult to confirm reports of violence. This is all we had for you this evening, dear televiewers. Thanks for watching till the end. See you tomorrow for another edition. Until this, have a good evening.